Okay, this is really uncomfortable. I never planned on talking about this in person with anybody, much less on the internet. I tend to keep a lot of my problems private. But one thing I've always been open about is that I've always dealt with anxiety pretty much since I can remember. I've always had problems with anxiety, generally, generalized anxiety disorder and things of that nature. But starting, well, last August 2017, I had what doctors will tell you is a nervous breakdown or a mental breakdown, which I didn't want to talk to anybody about. It caused me to withdraw from school. I was unable to work. My fiance at the time, now husband, was unable to work because I couldn't be left home alone. My medication wasn't working, time wasn't working, doctors didn't know really what to do or say. But typically after experiencing an event like that, they say 6 months to a year, you could be back to normal. Any longer than that, you might have to adjust to a new normal. Well, it's now September 2018, so we're just past the year mark, and it seems that my new diagnosis, along with anxiety, would be panic disorder. So essentially what a nervous breakdown looks like for me was that instead of having a panic attack that lasted an hour, I was panicking for 5 days. It took 3 doctor visits to get it to calm down to the point where I could sit on the couch comfortably or sleep for any amount of time. I didn't eat for 2 weeks. That's just kind of some of it. It was a really intense time, and unfortunately I don't remember a lot. I had a lot of physical symptoms. Whenever I dealt with my anxiety, it was always such an emotional thing. It was always such a mental thing, and this time has been so much more physical. I've been to dermatologists and had skin biopsies because of symptoms in my skin, and like bruising and things. I've been to have blood work done to make sure it's not a kidney problem. I've had all kinds of things checked out. I've been on all kinds of medications, seen at least a handful, if not more, of doctors, and kind of still in the same boat, which is why I wanted to make this video. Basically, something had to give, something has to change, because nothing's working right now. And I think the next step for me to kind of turn up the treatment would be to face it and face the fact that I haven't really talked about it with anybody, except for people really in my inner circle. And I read a Facebook post from a friend from college saying that she had had some similar type experiences and made some life choices based on those, and how her kind of life plan changed and for the better. And it kind of opened my eyes to the fact that I'm not probably the only one going through it, but I'm also not the only one who doesn't want to talk about it. So the tendency, anxiety is basically a fear-rooted feeling response, and that fear causes us all to withdraw. So we don't want to talk about it. We don't seek out people who have shared experiences and what worked for them, what didn't work for them. And you can Google things until you're blue in the face, but ultimately Google's not going to have the answer. It's just not. So I guess this was my way to open up to people who don't know. I have family that doesn't know, and family that doesn't talk to me anymore because of it. I have friends that know, friends that don't know, and strangers who were less than accepting. And so my reviews of sharing the story are a little bit mixed. So I'm really, really, really nervous to put this on the internet, and I really hope that, you know, if you're thinking I'm crazy, if you're thinking this is weird, I'm totally with you, I totally get it, but please don't tell me, because I already know, trust me, I promise. I'm not doing it because I want attention or anything like that. I don't know how I would, but I don't want attention or pity, or I'm not like crying out for help. I'm okay. I do have a support system. I've been dealing with this for a long time. I'm just determined to take it that next step further and be more independent and more okay. And I don't know, maybe through connecting with other people who deal with similar things, maybe help somebody else be more okay, more independent. And ultimately, I think it's probably best that we get more comfortable talking about these things anyway. It's not something we talk about, and everybody talks about how, you know, it's important to take care of yourself and self-care is really trendy and all of that. But when it gets into the nitty-gritty of like mental illness, I think we all still, even inside, like if you're dealing with it, you definitely feel some way about it, and other people feel some way about it. And so it's just, until that barrier of initially telling people is down, I don't think I'll ever be able to fully accept that it's something I have to work on or deal with. And so this is how I'm doing it. It feels weird, it feels really uncomfortable, and there's so much more that I could talk about, but I don't want to do it right now. This was really, it took me all day to work up the courage to make the video. So, you know, if it ends up having the positive result that I'm hoping for, maybe, you know, I could get more into what led up to the ultimate breakdown, or what that was like, or what a normal day looks like, what a panic situation looks like, things I've done that worked, things I've done that haven't worked, you know, are all things I could talk more about. But I think for now, I'll just leave it there. I already feel like I rambled. I didn't plan this out. I don't have notes. I don't have, I just wanted to kind of talk and get it out, because I knew if I put too much planning into it, I'd back down. I knew I'd chicken out and I wouldn't want to do it. So thanks for watching if you made it this far. I know this doesn't make much sense. I don't have any experience making videos. I don't have any experience. I'm not a big, I share a lot on social media. I repost things a lot, but I don't post a lot of like me. Not real personal stuff anyway. So this is kind of my first time doing that, and I'm nervous, but I'm hoping for the best, I guess. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you having an open mind, hopefully, if you made it all the way to the end. And I guess I'll just end it with a thank you to everybody in my life who has been there through it, because you all mean everything to me. It's been hard, but it's also, that's the one thing it's shown me, is that I have a lot of really great people in my life, in my circle, that want to take care of the people they care about, and I've definitely felt that. So thank you, and I'll stop talking now, but thank you.